Okay, this is Michael Cassidy. Glad you came to our channel. If you enjoy something you see here on this video channel, subscribe to our channel. It's early one Sunday morning. I was thinking about a story I wanted to tell you about. Amazing something happened. In life, I think there's every once in a while you may see a supernatural encounter. You may have a supernatural encounter occasionally. And I remember one specific time it was a real supernatural event that happened. It's kind of stuck with me for all these years. It's been over 25 years, 23 or 4 years ago. But I was over in Rockingham, North Carolina, and I was with some of my friends. And we went out to eat, and we came back out, and we sat in her car, and her daughter. There was 3 of us in the car. And when I sat down in the car, I saw a prayer cloth tied on the steering wheel. I'm going to show you exactly what happened here in a minute. It's a very amazing situation. I've never seen anything quite like this before in my life. But I do know that there are supernatural things out there. There are things that we don't understand. But I sat in the car. I said, what's this prayer cloth doing on this? And I'm going to show you, I've got a cloth tied on my car, and I'm going to show you about what happened. But we were sitting there, and she said, well, I've been having trouble with this car. This car has got a demonic or it's ghost in it or something. I said, this car has given me a lot of trouble. And I said, I had the preacher when I went to church, as an old fella, prophetic type guy, give her a prayer cloth, and she tied it on the car. By the time we sat down in the car, all 3 of us got in the car. That's honest truth if I've ever told the truth in my life. I'm not crazy. 3 of us witnessed it. Well, let me just show you about what happened. Let me get to the car. Let me turn this thing around here. Okay, we're in a sedan like this one. It was an old black car. I ain't going to say the name brand of it, but it was an older 4-door car. And because the car did give her a lot of trouble, want to smear any companies, but anyway, it was something. The prayer cloth was in here like this. Okay, we sat there, and I sat down here up on the steering wheel. I said, "What's this prayer cloth doing here?" And she told me, said, "This car had a preacher to give me this prayer cloth. Anoint it. You know, in the Bible they anoint them and pray for, put the anointing on them, anoint the cloth, and give it to somebody for prayer." The honest truth, we were sitting there, 3 of us, and I'm not crazy. We all 3 of us couldn't be crazy at one time. But anyway, she said, this car has given me trouble. I wish we were here. She was here to tell you, and they were here. Both of them were here to tell you. But the honest truth, when we sat in the car, I didn't see anything. But all of a sudden, about the time she said that, over here, in that panel, and then about the time that the next bit was up under the dash, it was like this, under the dash. Then it was in the door, on the other side. Then it was under the seat, just like this. It was 4 or 5 bases. It was in the door, up in the dash, up in the other door, and it's rattling up under the seat. And that is the honest truth if I've ever told it in my life. So you people that don't believe in the supernatural, don't believe that there's good and there's evil, that there's dark and there's light, and that's just where I reckon Satan would like to keep people thinking that it's not out there, but it is dark and there's light. That's why little children are molested and killed, and there's wars and there's everything like that. Then there's people that do good things like feed the hungry and help people get in places to live and do those things like that, and give away things and have compassion and mercy and forgiveness. And there's schools and there's facilities to help people in this food. The government actually is good to a certain extent, gives people and helps people. So there's good and there's evil, absolutely. And if you don't believe that, if you'd have been in that car, that car 23 years ago, and you heard that, and I said, "What was that?" I said, "What was that?" She said, "That's what I'm telling you about. There's something in this car." And it was a supernatural. Let me get where the light's not so bright here. It was a supernatural occurrence. No doubt in my mind about it. And she said, I said, it's got to go though, that evil, whatever it is. You got this prayer cloth on it. It can't stand against the light. You know, you always see the movies where the darkness always wins. The priest gets killed at the end or something like that. But really, in real life, it can't stand against God's power, whatever it is. Because, you know, I thought about that thing. I said, Lucifer said, I will exalt my kingdom above God's kingdom, my throne above his throne. He was the most beautiful angelic being made. He was made to worship. He had pipes in him. So he was of darkness. He turned away from God, but we can know God. But there was definitely something supernatural in that car that I cannot explain. And 3 of us did not have mass hysteria at one time and hear something. All 3 of us hear it at one time. And I know that without a shadow of a doubt that it was something supernatural. So that's what I wanted to tell you about it. I've got a few other stories I want to talk about. I'm going to have another one here probably later on today. I'm going to go investigate actually there's a house that actually every time that's been painted, somebody in that family's died, and I want to take a video of it, and I'm going to talk a little bit about it. That house is right now has no paint on it, but it's an old house. It's abandoned now, but several times, 3 or 4 or 5 times, I think, or I'm not sure how many times, but I'm gonna video that and show you that. But that was just something that was kind of off the wall, but honest truth. It was the honest truth. Thank you for watching. I'm Michael Cassidy.